What's going on, guys? What's going on? It's your boy Adrian Wickad Designs, the Slides Hustle, and I haven't gone live in a while, and I decided to go ahead and correct that today. Okay, so it's your boy Adrian Wickad Designs, the Slides Hustle, and we have a new service in town called Wicked Express. Wicked Express, all right, Wicked Express, which is a courier service here serving the local Atlanta market, which was birthed here recently at the beginning of the year. Okay, birthed at the beginning of the year. So what we have is, if you're not from the Atlanta area, we used to have a distribution center here locally called Alpha Broder. Now, if you're in the decorating business industry, then you know that Alpha Broder was bought out by S&S Activewear. So what they did here in the Metro Atlanta area is on the last day of the year of 2025, they shut down the Alpha Broder Distribution Center. So anything going forward into the new year 2026, if you wanted to place will call pickup orders, you're going to have to do that. You're going to have to do that at the S&S Activewear Distribution Center, which is located in McDonough. Okay, so with that, I saw an opportunity. Since I was going to be going down there to pick up will calls anyway, I saw an opportunity to start my own Wicked Express courier business for local print shops and mom and pops, um, businesses located in the Metro Atlanta area. Because what was close in proximity to go pick something up in Duluth is not so close to go pick something up in McDonough. So, all right, so I'm kicking off Wicked Express. So what you see here is a trucker hat and the logo that I have. I'm going to press this up at some point today, but for right now, I decided to go live because I am about to press up a sweatshirt. Okay, about to press up a sweatshirt. Now this is a Gildan sweatshirt that I'm about to press up, and you know how this works. I need my lint roll. I did not get it before. Turn the camera on, so I can't find it. But guess what? I just found it. Voila. So there we go. I found my lint roller. All right, so with that, I'm just going to go over here to the heat press, lint roll this, pre-press it to get some of the moisture out. Okay, lint roll it there. All right, now my heat press is set at 325 degrees with a press time of 12 seconds. Okay, so let me just go ahead and pre-press this now. And again, the purpose of the pre-press is to get out the moisture. Now you don't have to do this very long, maybe about 5 seconds or so, but it is really up to your discretion, okay? All right, so here we go. Bring you guys back here. So I have a front chest placement to do, and I have a back placement to do, okay? All right, so guess you guys can see that there, yeah. All right, so there we go. So I get my trusty ruler here. I'm going to get this centered. And typically, you want to go about 3 to 4 fingers down, okay? But I go down just a little further when it's something that doesn't have a lot of height to it, okay? So with that, I'll pull out my little extra ruler Let's see, just trying to make sure I got this. It's about 4.5 to 4.5. The middle is going to be like in the middle of this K here. So we're going to pull this down just a little bit more. Just trying to make sure that's even there. Okay, all right. So I think we got good placement there. Okay, we got good placement. All right. So typically you want to again go about 4 fingers down. I'm going a little extra because this is so short in height. And I don't want it on the top of my chest. I want it to go across the middle of the chest, okay? So with that, let's get our trusty heat tape. Now this is a DTF transfer. And it is a cold peel. So all that means is that once I remove it from the heat, I will have to wait for it to cool off before I can peel the transfer off. Okay, so there we go. Wickad Express, Wickad Express. All right. Okay, so we're gonna take this over to the heat press. And again, like I mentioned before, my heat press is set at 325 degrees with a press time of 12 seconds. There we go. I've already pre-pressed it to get out the moisture. Okay, so that part is done. Boom. There we go. So medium to firm pressure. And we are down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding, 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 ding. Lift that up there. Okay, so like I said, this is a cold peel. Let's see. This is a cold peel. All right. So I'll have to wait for this to cool off before I can peel the transfer, the DTF transfer off. Okay. Let's see here. So I'm just going to take my acrylic measuring tool and just kind of rub it over it just a little bit, just to kind of help it cool off a little bit faster, okay? Yep. So while I'm waiting on that to cool off, like I said, this is a DTF transfer. I have a hat to do, so I'm gonna use my hat press to press up the hat once I get this done. And I went ahead and, you know, made up some little business promo trinkets here. Made up a keychain, all right. And I've made some posts to this, all right. So that's a little keychain for Wickad Express. Fast, local, and reliable. All right, for Wickad Express. You know, just another way to add something a little extra to the business. So again, the keychain was done with sublimation. Now also I've already done a hoodie, a white hoodie. Instead of using the DTF transfer that I have here, I use sublimation. So I sublimated this hoodie here. Let you check that out there. Okay, so that was done with sublimation. This hoodie is 100% polyester, okay, which is the preferred percentage of polyester recommended if you want to, you know, do sublimation. Can you do it on something with less polyester percentage? Yes, you can. But if you want the optimal results, then you need 100% polyester. So I'll flip it on the back, let you guys check this out here. Okay. So again, that is sublimation that you see there. All right, that is sublimation. And that came out pretty good, if I do say so myself. All right. So with that, the DTF transfer should be cooled down enough now for me to pull this off. So let's go ahead and do that. Yep, nice and cool to the touch. Oh yeah. Yep, that's looking good, folks. That is looking good, if I do say so myself. Okay, so that is Wickad Express. Again, which is available here in the Atlanta metro area if you have SNS activewear or with things that you need to get picked up from SNS activewear in McDonough. Okay. Whoops. Yep. Wickad Express. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and turn this over and get the back ready for the back placement. What you saw on the front was the front placement. So let's turn this over and prep this for the back. Now I've already again pre-pressed it, but I am going to lint roll the back because I didn't do that. Go ahead and lint roll that real good there. Okay. And this garment is a Gildan crew neck sweatshirt. Okay, 50% cotton, 50% polyester. At least that, hold on, let me make sure I'm not telling a fib. This is yep, 50% cotton, 50% polyester, the dry blend. So, okay, so we have that there. Get my ruler out to help me make sure that I have this stuff centered. Now in the front, you want to go from the front placement. You want to go, you know, so many inches down from the bottom of the neckline. On the back, what you want to do, even though you can't see the front of the neckline, you can feel it. Like right here, if you rub your hands along there, and to me, you want to start your design from the bottom of what you can actually feel through the back of that, okay? So let's make sure we have this nice and centered, which we do. Here's the image that is going on the back of this. Okay, so that's going on the back. Just kind of cut this a little bit here. There we go. Okay, so that's about, yeah. There we go there. Four and a half, less than 4.5. Slide that over. All right. All right. So I think we have that nice and centered there, as you can see, okay? As you can see, we have that nice and centered. So there we go. Now, I think I just turned the volume up, so I don't know if you guys have been able to hear me this whole time. Oh my goodness. I'll tell you, if it ain't one thing, it's another. But we are going to press on, okay? We're going to press on, all right? So again, this is my DTF transfer. This is a back placement for my Gildan dry blend sweatshirt, which is 50% polyester, 50% cotton, okay? So again, my heat press is set at 325 degrees with a press time of 12 seconds and a medium to firm pressure. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply my heat tape here. Okay, so we can get this set up to get pressed. Here we go. So again, I am Adrian Wickad Designs, the Slides Hustle. And we have a new service that I'm offering, which is called Wickad Express. And it has been designed to take advantage of the closing of Alfred Broder, which was located in the kind of Duluth area. They shut the distribution center down. It was taken over by S&S Activewear. So if you're going to get something locally now, picked up from S&S Activewear, they have shut down the Alfred Broder location distribution center, and now you have to go to S&S Activewear, which is located in McDonough. Okay, so now that I know that, that's a pain point for some people, all right, in the metro Atlanta area where Alfred Broder was closer to where they were located, all right. S&S Activewear, it's in metro Atlanta, but it's a little further drive to get there to go pick up a will call. So I developed, created, kicked off Wickad Express to come up to possibly deal with that pain point that some of those folks might feel. Okay, all right. So again, I'm pressing up a sweatshirt that I'm going to be going to, wearing when I'm doing my courier business. All right. So we've already done the front here. Okay. Now we're going to do the back. So I'll step over to the heat press. Okay, there we go. And again, This is a DTF transfer. My heat press is set at 325 degrees with a press time of 12 seconds on medium firm pressure. It's a cold peel, so once I remove the garment from the heat, I will have to wait for this to cool off before I can actually remove it. Remove the transfer from the garment. Okay, so we got that there. Now what I didn't do, so while I'm waiting, what I'm going to go ahead and do is press the front again, just to seal in all of the goodies. Okay, we're gonna seal in all of the goodies on the front side, because I didn't do that before I pressed the back. All right, and you don't have to do it for any extended amount of time. It's really up to you. Use your discretion. You can go for the full time, or you can pre-press it, or you can repress it the second time. All right, so there we go. Okay. Whoops. Okay, so that's the front, which has been pressed 2 times, okay? Just to make sure we seal in all of the goodies. And we're just waiting on the back here to cool off. And then I'll peel the transfer off and then press the back of it again to again just kind of seal in everything that we've done. Okay, so that's where we are now. Yep, looking good, if I do say so myself. Looking good, if I do say so myself. Yeah, I am having a good day. I hope all is well where you guys are. Okay, it's Saturday here in the ATL. I'm about to get out and about in a little bit, but before I do, I figured I would go ahead and get this pressed up right here. Okay. Now, I do graphic design. I'm not an illustrator, so the image that you see here was created with the help of AI, but I provided the prompts to it on what I actually wanted to see, and this is what we came up with. And like I tell people, I mean, AI is just another tool that I have in my tool belt that I can use to get across the vision that I have in my head, and it helps me express that in a way that I think benefits me and helps me move forward. Okay, so I think that came out pretty good, if I do say so myself. All right, so let's see here. All right, that feels nice and cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and peel this off. Yeah. So that's the back. I think that came out really nice. And I'll flip this over so you guys can see the front. And that's the front. All right, so I'm gonna press the back one more time, just to make sure we can seal in all of the goodies. There we go. Put my Teflon sheet down. Whoops. You can go for the full 12 seconds. It's up to you. You can do 5, It's really up to you. I am at this moment have decided to go to full 12. Woo. So there you go, guys. I think that came out pretty good there, if I do say so myself. So again, this is a DTF transfer, okay, which this particular image I used for the back of the garment, all right, of the Gildan crew neck dry blend sweatshirt. Okay, so that's the back. That's the front, okay, of it there. And I don't know if I'm going to go live with this or not, but this will be paired up, okay, with this nice little trucker hat right there to bring our branding all together, all right. And like I mentioned before, I created a little sublimation keychain there. So this is DTF on the shirt, and what will be on the hat on the keychain is sublimation. Just something extra to add to. Whoops. So there we go. Wicked Express. So I think that came out pretty good. So with that, guys, it's your boy Adrian, Wickad Designs, the Slide Tussle, and Wicked Express. I'll see y'all back on the other side. Peace.